Hey guys, who do you trust for hair loss answers? Let's be straight about that. Who do you trust for hair loss answers? With that and more, guys, we have to talk today. We have to talk today. This is the Hair Wire. And welcome, guys. Welcome to the Hair Wire, the place where you, my friends, get hair smart. I'm your host, Sergio Cardona, alongside with Carrie, Jerry, and Bisan Dipsy. Ladies, how you doing?
Good, good, good.
Good.
Excited. It has been way too long.
I
I
know,
feel like
I
it's
know.
also it's like a reunion.
It almost feels like I'm reading it. I mean, we haven't been in a while, and
Yeah.
we apologize for that, guys. Truly, it's just about one of those things. We are professionals. We work like crazy every day, and sometimes the agendas just
Yes.
don't come together. Even though we have separated every Monday to do this for you guys, but seems somehow that the universe doesn't allow us to be together sometimes.
Yes.
But it's incredible. Hey, by the way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being patient with us, and thank you for being supportive of the Hair Wire, the place where you, my friends, get hair smart. And today we want to talk about who do you trust. You know, this world nowadays is all about quick image, um, grabbing something quickly, and just you just have 4 seconds to decide. What's all about that, Carrie? You are the marketing expert. I want to talk to you first before I go with this. So, you as a marketing expert, you know that you know most algorithms are created to basically drive people into one point to another, right? To connect the product with the customer, to connect the service with the customer. That's perfect. But at the end of the day, there's something in between that unfortunately is unethical marketing. And we have a lot about that. And we have a bunch of people who are desperate, who are suffering from different types of hair loss conditions, and they either need a product or service, they need information. And unfortunately, they are only getting a sales ad. So, what can we say about that, Carrie?
Yeah, well, the hair loss industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and so everybody wants a piece of the cut, right? So it's,
Yeah.
making sure that you get a piece of that pie. But the thing is who is giving you the correct information, the ethical information, the right information, and who's preying on you. And it's also not a one size fits all world. So you have all these hair loss solutions that may work for somebody is not going to work for another. And when it comes to marketing and the smart people who know how to abuse the algorithm will do that. They will prey on that, and they have the funds to do it, and they know where to invest it, and they know what to search for and how to get into the mind of the people who are struggling and looking for hair loss and hair growth solutions. So it's a matter now up to you in this industry and in this day and age is to trust your intuition on what's right and what's not, and go and do your homework and be like, is this person reputable? Is this a reputable company? Are there actual results? And is the result they're promising to fix the type of hair loss I have? And that's also one big thing which here at the Hair Wire we're constantly pushing and educating people is that there is more than one type of hair loss. Just because one type of hair loss, one person has that type, does not mean that's what you have. And that same fix all solution isn't going to fix for everybody. That's why you see a lot of these hair loss lawsuits, because yes, it worked for a mass amount of some people, but they might have had that type of hair loss. But those that actually had the counter effect lost all their hair, and it's because it wasn't the type of hair loss that they had or the solution that they needed for them. And so for you as the consumer, it's up to you to educate yourself and knowing what you're getting into and do your due diligence, make sure the information you're getting is coming from somebody reputable and who knows what they're talking about. And unfortunately, too, in AI now in this era, everybody sounds like they know what they're talking about. So, you know, it's easy to look like that, but you do the homework. Like, go investigate, go look on their LinkedIn page, look at the company profile, go dig deep. Don't go to one review. I know there's a lot of fake reviews out there too, but you need to trust your intuition and know what the information is going to write. If it feels kind of too good to be true, it might be. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I feel you on that one. Now, Biz, I want to go to you because, all right, we established that clearly anyone can look like an expert out there about
Right.
who are the true experts when it comes to hair loss, because unfortunately, we have a group of professionals that we entrust constantly. I mean, we don't second guess whenever we talk about a medical doctor, whenever we talk about a medical expert, we don't second guess. This guy has over 12 to 20 years of study in their brains. So definitely someone who knows other stuff, but are they hair experts? Sorry about
Bless you.
that.
Yeah, so the interesting part is when it comes to hair, it's a little bit more complicated than that. That's why we as trichologists are suffering and we are trying to push against the current. Because first of all, the word trichology is not very well known throughout the world. Even people like don't understand when I say I'm a trichologist. Like they will say, "What?" So this is one thing we are struggling with. The second thing is people think that hair in particular, and that's because of the marketing and the stunts that people do on TikTok and all of that. I was just reading for you guys on our biggest group, Facebook group, that one person said that an allergy medication helped his hair growth. In a way, these misleading stunts, I want to say, misleading stunts in a way that make people think that hair loss is a one pill fix. And unfortunately, even when we go to a dermatologist, and most of the people, 99% of the people think when they have a hair loss problem, they have to go to their dermatologist. Also, the dermatologist probably solution will be corticosteroids or a biopsy or things that doesn't get to the root cause of hair loss. That's why I believe we in the hair loss industry as trichologists, we are fighting against the current of quick fixes. That's the media and the TikTok is pushing quick fixes that nobody knows about us, and quick fixes that they think that if you have a hair loss, it's a one problem. And we all know, and this is why the hair wire was created in the beginning, that the hair loss is not one problem. The hair loss is way a complexity of problems. That's why, going to your a question, Sergio, when we want to look about making a commitment to a trichologist or looking for information about our hair loss, we want to look about, first of all, the credentials of this person, right?
Yeah.
If they are actually a certified trichologist or not, because the only science that covers that scalp conditions, scalp health, and hair loss combined, not hair loss, the hair follicle health, that's what I'm trying to say, hair
Mhm.
follicle health and scalp health are trichologists, not everybody else. Your general physician does not know anything about scalp, because they are not scalp is not scalp problems are not studied in universities. Like all doctors, they are not experts in nutrition. You have to go to a nutritionist if you have a nutrition problem. I'm not undermining dermatologists or doctors. I'm saying that even the other day I watching on the news that a Stanford medical doctor, she was saying that nobody taught me nutrition. So that's what I'm trying to say. Trichologists are the only people who actually study scalp health and hair follicles. So to go, I'm trying to try to get the full picture here. So going back to what I'm trying to say, when you want to look for information, you want to first of all see if they are certified trichologists. Second of all, look at their portfolio. See, trichologists, we all have different niches. So some trichologists have a specialty in gut problems. Some trichologists has a specialty in epigenetics. Some of us have a nutrition background. Some of them have functional medicine background. So when you want to look for a trichologist, see what is your main concern and pick that trichologist. Now, most of the trichologists or most of the certified trichologists are very well aware of all these conditions, and we work together as a team. For example, if somebody comes to me with a gut problem, I will refer them for like a hair fiber problem with Kerry, because we are building a team around us so we can have all our niches. Because as I said in the beginning, hair loss is not one thing. It's a very complex problem, and we need a team to get it. So if you're a trichologist or if a hair person are telling you, oh, I know everything, run away. If your hair loss practitioner told you, take this, if you use my shampoo and my serum, you'll be golden, run away.
Yeah.
If your practitioners told you, oh, no problem, I can fix everything, run away. This is number one. Number two, also your gut feeling in a way. Do you trust this person? Is this person talking to you like heart to heart, or trying to sell you products? Because hair loss problem is not selling products. Hair loss problem is way more deep than selling you a shampoo or a conditioner. So try to see, like, your gut is always your first defense line. And third thing, so I don't make it very long, please don't buy a pill from TikTok. Please don't do that. You don't know where this is manufactured from. You don't know where it's coming from. And no pill will fix your hair loss. If this pill fixed that person's hair loss, he got lucky. Every person is different, and your protocol has to be 100% personalized, depending on where you're coming from, what your ethnic background, which environment you live in, what is your diet looks like, what your stress life look like. It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
So do not trust quick fixes. Trichology especially is a very complex thing to do.
Definitely. It is so complex, guys, that, most of my patients, when they come to clinic, they usually come because of one particular issue. And when I finish the consultation, well, we have about a laundry list of things that we need to take care of in order to get the final result, and even more, because the whole idea as a trichologist is to examine the scalp, the hair, and to get as much information as we can in order to get a healthy hair, healthy scalp. So as Bisan was saying, this is not just about growing hair or stopping the shedding. It's about long-term commitment. It's about our hair for the rest of our lives, because unfortunately we can't just say that by fixing a particular situation, a particular moment, this is not going to happen again. And we as trichologists, what we like to do is we like to avoid uh, future events. Although, for instance, we talk about telogen effluvium. We know for sure that with telogen effluvium, this is something that can happen just to anyone, right? And can happen in many different times in our lives. And we can experience a telogen effluvium event, and right afterwards, or even in the middle of it, experience another telogen effluvium event, right? So sometimes we are able to prevent if we are able to manage the biggest symptoms properly. I mean, for someone who, like Biz was saying, they have gut issues, and that has been their long life issues. If we're able to at least get half of it, ah, my God, you're going to resolve half of the things that are happening in their lives. Because what? Because we tackle one of the main culprits. And that, my friends, allows you to experience the long-term results, as long as you don't, play with your gut later on, and you're able to keep on your healthy diet, and keep your gut microbiome in check. I mean, you should be fine. But here's the thing, it's never a one issue situation, which is why, we are stressing out. If someone is just telling you to buy something, then that's probably it. That's it. That's the whole game for them. But For people like us, it's all about a treatment. And we understand that, for instance, whenever you buy a treatment plan, you're not just buying a shampoo, you're buying a product that will allow you to basically get some of the situations that we need to resolve right there in the moment. And we understand that once that situation is under control, probably the shampoo that you started using is not the same that you're going to keep using later on, because you need to transition from one point to the other as you are progressing in your process. So things of that nature are the type of things that, a true professional will tell you right away. One of the things that I always say to my customer, whenever I say to my patients, the product that we're starting to use today is not the one that you're going to be using for the rest of your life. God
Right.
forbid. We start with this product today because this addresses the issues that you have at hand at this moment. But as you are progressing, as things changes, your treatment should change with you. And the same thing goes with your diet and things in your lifestyle. If you're not working out, then start working out. If you don't drink water, start drinking water. Things of that nature that add up to the process so that you are able to keep the hair that you have and grow from there. So this is why trust becomes such a big issue.
Mhm.
It's not an easy thing to spot when someone is genuinely trying to help you and when someone's trying to sell you something. And then you have the people who basically they believe everything they see, and they genuinely believe that they're helping you by promoting a product. Like, for instance, like the person that Biz was mentioning, I'm not going to be able to resolve every scalp hair situation with just a allergy pill. If that was true, I mean, I have allergies, my friends. I'll be a werewolf right now. But that's not it. That's not it. Why? Because if that were the situation, everybody who experienced allergies, could have amazing hair, and that's just about everyone. And that just does not happen. So whenever we talk about trust, whenever we talk about what's real, we need to look at information and we need to look about studies. Unfortunately, not there's not too many studies in our area. There are a lot of things that are not properly studied, and we sometimes rely on the basically on the results that people are experiencing. Now, I want to talk about results here for a moment because sometimes we see people experiencing great results, and sometimes the science behind it can be somewhat complicated. Biz, can you elaborate a little bit for us on that
Yeah.
subject, please?
I opened the Facebook and you came guys in here. I want to try to see how we're broadcasting. Say that again. Say the question again, please.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the idea that sometimes science is not well explained, and we have people who are experiencing great results, and yet unfortunately there's not enough data sometimes to
Yeah.
properly explain how some things
Yeah.
work. And in
So
our field, it's all about we try to be as much how we say as close as possible to the most accurate information, to the most recent research papers. But even the latest sometimes is not even published yet.
yes. So this is exactly, you just asked the exact question that I needed to talk about. This is actually one of just follow up to what I was trying to say is, oh,
You're
I'm
good.
sorry, guys. There's an alligator on my roof or something.
What?
It's like something huge landed on my roof.
Okay, probably is an iguana.
I hope I don't know. Okay, I got scared for a
Yeah,
second.
alligators on the road. That's way too Florida for me right now.
Like, way to Florida. It's like um, so
I know you guys
going
love
back.
your alligators, and you have him as pet at the back of the.
I know because alligators are like going around and around these days. Oh my God! It's like a big cat or something, or like a big cat, maybe a cat, or I don't know. Hopefully, it's not a lion or a tiger or whatever. We don't have lions, tigers. It's I think it's
Yeah.
Say that with
You,
me.
you got big cats, big cats over there in Florida.
We have a lot of big cats. So anyway, he landed on my roof and he just came down to the window. So I got so scared. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
Go
goodness.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I
It's
was
funny.
trying to say, going back to my point where I was starting our talk today. Unfortunately, for some reason that I don't understand till this day, that there is no enough funding in all our research bodies in the United States and actually worldwide. There's not enough funding for hair loss. I don't understand why we have a lot of funding for plastic surgeries, researching all kind of Botox and fillers and all these great things that we all need, but there is not enough funding to do hair loss research. Though hair loss, and it's first of all, it is affects 80% of the population. Second of all, this 80% of the population, it's not only physical matter for them, it's actually emotional matter for us, especially women with postpartum or chemotherapy survivors or all of this. So I don't actually, if you guys know why there is no enough funding, not from the NIH, not from PubMed, not from anybody. So when you go to PubMed right now and try to research an article about hair loss, there are few of them.
Yeah.
And a few of them, they're not, because they're not funded by the government, or they're not funded by big colleges or universities like Stanford and where the money is, and MIT and these elite colleges. The study itself is only done on few handful of people. Like you and I, Sergio, right now in our clinics, I can do a case study about like, let us say, scarring alopecia. I am doing a study now about scarring alopecia. How many people I see that have scarring alopecia a year? 10? That's not enough. For a study, I need 1,000.
Yeah.
And for a clinic like you and mine and Carrie's, 1,000 client is not possible. We need 1,000 clients to do a research on 1,000 clients. You need a huge clinic. You need a team. You need a lot of funding to follow on this research. Also, whenever we do a research, to do a research. How research works is to do group of placebo and group of actual treatment plan, right? So in our clinics, if we have paid clients, I'm not going to do a research on placebo on my paid client, right? So I need like thousands unpaid clients and another 1,000 that may pay for their treatment. This is how I can get something. And unfortunately, on an individual level, we can't. It's just impossible to do. And on a university level, nobody is doing that. And on an NIH level, nobody cares. So that will add to our struggle as trichologists. Is people say, okay, why your treatment is working? I can't give you a PubMed article about it because there is none, right?
Unfortunately. Yeah.
There's none. All what I can tell you is this treatment plan has been working for me and Sergio and Carrie and a couple of other trichologists, and that's why I'm offering it for you. And plus, all of us, we had to go out of the trichology scope and learn other things to combine it with trichology. Why did we do that? Because when I went out and studied functional medicine and gut health, I know as a trichologist, functional medicine will help me revive or make this person healthy and an optimal health for me. Not healthy, there's difference between healthy and optimal health. Healthy means we are all healthy. Optimal health is if you have a hair loss problem and I want to reverse your hair loss problem, I need you to be in optimal health. So so I went through to study, like had a certificate over studies, so I can build you a treatment plan. So it has an internal and external protocol. So we are, as trichologists, going out of our ways, trying to do our best, only because there is no body of research that's helping us grow. And we are doing it on an individual matter. That's why from Hairwire, I'm calling all trichologists, all hair loss practitioners, all hair transplant surgeons, all dermatologists. We have to come together as a team, as one team, so we can do a funding for one project. You want to do a funding for androgenetic alopecia? Let's do it. We want to do a funding about scarring alopecia? Let's do it. Me, Sergio, Kerry alone can't. We
There's
have to have
also,
big
I'd have to
funding.
say, it's not also funding. There's also a lot of ego as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's
thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
essentially, trichology is also the bridge between dermatology and trichology. And there's also a huge gap in that as well, where it's ego, where a lot of medical grade professionals don't want to work with the cosmetology level. And the cosmetology level feel like they are too not bright enough to be part of that, when in reality, like, we are bright in our own expertise. And we also, the cosmetologists, they're right there in the field with the civilians trying to make things happen. But then we also have the medical practitioners who don't want to work with us because it's beneath them. But not all of them are like that. There's some that, a lot of us that work together, but also the ego does get in the way too. It's like, well, I don't want to work with them. But tell you the truth, I've seen a lot of surgeons have, yes, do great transplants, but when it comes to hair growth and having it grow healthy root to end, that is not their game. Trust me, I've seen it many times where the hair looks like, excuse me, bleep shit. Like, so this is where we come in. We got to work as a team. And that's the thing is with trichology, we work together and be like, hey, yeah, I know how to plant it, or I know how to fix your gut health. Yeah, I know how to teach you how to grow your hair and make it look awesome from root to end and keep it healthy. It's working together. So yes, the funding, but also working together and not cutting each other's throats. Like, I find it's funny because, like, in marketing, like, I used to teach all the marketing courses for a lot of salons, and a lot of salons didn't I don't want to create competition. I'm sorry, the most successful salons that I've ever seen are ones that work together, know their strengths, and know how to bring in people to help fill in the voids that they can't do. And they're successful because they work together. And that's the thing is with trichology, is we're working together to bring everything under one umbrella in one harmony. So it's all of it. It's funding, it's ego,
Community. Yeah.
community. Sad.
There's a lot of things, a lot of segues for that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, the general public, how can they build trust into the things that are being told? Because unfortunately, we try to rely on studies, but studies are just not enough. We try to rely on degrees, but degrees are not enough. So what can we tell people to trust in? And let me tell you, first of all, I want to trust in consistency.
Mm.
I want to
Amen.
trust in consistency. And here's the thing, I can show results today for one case, but can I do that for the
For
next
10
few
years.
years? Yes.
Yes.
That's a whole nother ball game. And for people like us who has been in the industry for over 30 years, then we understand that it's about consistency. And that's what you want to look for. So whenever you want to look into professionals, how do we measure them up? Well, of course, I want to make sure that they're qualified in terms of their academics. I want to make sure that they're up to date with the latest research. Yes, of course. I want to make sure that they're doing the latest practice, the latest techniques, that they're using the best products, that they're using, the best personnel, that they have the best facilities. All of those things are amazing. Yes. But at the end of the day, I want a professional who's going to give me results, and is going to be able to give me results not just to me, but to everyone else who goes to the clinic. So, uh, to get that, you want consistency. Someone who has been there and has a track record where it can show you over time what they have been able to do for plenty of people, the thousands of people like ourselves. We have worked with thousands of patients, and we understand the necessities. We understand the ups and downs, and we understand how, let's say, alopecia areata, for instance. Not all alopecia areatas are the same. They're quite unique. And understanding that, and understanding how one type of alopecia areata may be more prone to experience future events, another type of alopecia areata might just be a one-time event, and sometimes it's just a thing where people just how we say, they just experience alopecia areata in a way that becomes worse, or it gets better quickly. understanding all of those ups and downs, all of those valleys and shadows, it's important for us in this industry. And, you know, having the right professional by your side means everything, means everything. So if you're experiencing hair loss right now, what can you do, Sergio? What can you do? What do you recommend to us? Well, first of all, I would recommend for you, any of you, to connect with us at the Hair Wire. Go to our website, thehairwire.com. Go to our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Um, Connect with us. Send us an email to info@thehairwire.com. Send us an email if you need a professional by your side right now. We can help you. If we're not there for, if we're not able to be there for you physically, then at least we can help you find someone in our network. We have tons of people all around the world that we can refer you to if you want to work with someone, on your state, on your country. And if there's anyone near you, then we can definitely work with you online. These are the waters. Unfortunately, there are not too many trichologists around the world, but we're working. We're working that. We want to make sure that there's a trichologist in every town, in every place in the world. And that's our mission here at the Hair Wire. And we're going to be transitioning very soon to a education powerhouse, to make sure that the future generations of trichologists may rise with the hair wire, and we're going to be building a community for you so that there are going to be trichologists everywhere, and good quality trichologists with good knowledge. And that's one of the things that bring me to the next subject. I was discussing with Bisan and Carrie at the beginning. We're talking about a article by Warren Buffett. You guys remember?
Yes.
Yeah. Warren Buffett was saying, and this is on CNBC today, and says that Warren Buffett doesn't believe in the 10,000 hour rule. He suggests you do instead to gain mastery. And this is something quite interesting in this article, because it shows that not because someone has spent over 10,000 hours in something is quite the expert. You can be at your work every day and do the same thing for over 5 years and then some, and that does not make you an expert in what you do right now.
Yeah.
But because you love what you do, and you're interested, and you're engaged in it, that's what makes a difference. And the people you work with, people who mentor you. So to all of you professionals out there, who do you choose as your professors, who do you choose as your mentors, really matters, and how you grow on this industry. When you choose the Hair Wire as your educational platform, you have the best of the best in the industry, and we are here to help you grow, and to grow quickly, so you avoid most of the pitfalls that we have fallen ourselves, because we have been around so long. We understand the ups and downs. We understand this industry, and we want to help you out. So if you're a professional right now, you want to make sure you stay connected with the Hair Wire, because we are about to launch our educational program very soon. So this is about to become very exciting time right now.
And our new website is coming. It is so close. So close.
I know. Hey, Carrie's working her behind in some. She's our technician, our guru here with the computers and everything, and she's doing a fantastic job now. Carrie, can you give people a glimpse into the future? Why should they trust the Hair Wire?
Yeah, well, the wire. So we did build a website, but I ended up tearing it apart and rebuilding it. And I decided to rebuild it so it's catered to. So the front end is catered to the public, and I'm having it where it breaks down all the questions, the answers. I have many quizzes, how to connect you with trichologists, the correct information. We have landing pages on the various types of hair losses, because I find a lot of people when they build their hair loss website, it encompasses one type of hair loss when there's more than one type, and really learning to understand what you have and really giving you real good solid education without the overwhelm as well.
Yeah.
So I've really simplified it. I've worked with a lot of people. I've I've done a lot of beta testing and see where I can improve things and make it user friendly, so that way you can find information. And then I'm connecting and building where experts is. So if you're an expert in that specific area and topic, you could join our community and professionals, where we also are building a membership site with education where we'll be sharing all of the education, not just ours, everyone's, because it's a community. We're going to be sharing events. We're going to share location. We're going to have a platform for us to all work together and talk amongst each other and work together. And we are going to, of course, make sure everybody is validated, and we'll verify if you are a certified user or not. And we have a system created, so that way we have a badge system, so you know who's verified, who's not, or who we recommend and who are not. But those experts have a chance to also showcase what they can do and share to the general public. So if you have a blog on a specific topic that you want to share and show your expertise in that area, we're going to have that. We're connecting you with experts.
Nice.
I love this. I love this. Hey, again, guys, we want to make sure that we do right by you, and there's thousands of you right now who need help. Period. And we want to make sure that you get connected with the right information. That's it. That's it. We want to put you with the right information in front of you. We don't want to make we do not want to make decisions for you. We want to present you with the right information. We're not here to sell anything. We're here to provide information, to provide a service.
Yeah.
If we wanted to sell, I mean, Carrie knows how to sell. She knows how to sell. And we're not selling, guys. We're not selling. We're not pushing. That's the thing. We're here to empower our customers and to empower our friends in the industry, so that you can grow with the right education, so you can help people around the world. This is what we want. This is what we aim for here at the Hairwire. We want to provide. And
here, the Hair Loss Education at Linda, we're going to be having her even. We have a list of experts already that we have on our wish list that are going to be on the front end too. So yeah, it's coming, you guys. It's coming. It's coming.
It's exciting time. It's exciting times. So guys, we need to wrap it up, right?
Yes. I have to get to my kids' school. I had a call. I have to go to the
And my
school.
shawarma is ready.
And besides, she's hungry. So, Biz, any last words before we go out?
Eat shawarma every day, you will be happy.
It's not a shawarma, it's a burrito.
It's not a burrito, it's a shawarma.
We love you guys. Please stay connected. Stay hair smart. Keep it cool here at the Hairwire. We love to see you next week. God bless you all. Till then, bye-bye. It's a burrito.